Well, good afternoon, all my fantastic fanatics. This is your man, Dr. Usher, coming live on YouTube of all places. So give me a few minutes as I get ready to share my stream with my fans on social media, Facebook, and all that fun stuff. I would love to hear what y'all got to say. The number is on your screen. Give y'all a few minutes to catch up. Come on now. Y'all go ahead and jump on. Leave some comments. Let me know you're here. All right. So guess what we're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen? All my fantastic fanatics that are listening in on this live show. I normally don't do live on YouTube, but I figure with this case going on, might as well go live just to see who's watching. So guess what we're going to talk about today? We're going to be talking about this Kyle Rittenhouse character. Should this joker have gotten off scot-free? Was he guilty of murder or was he not? So I'm going to try to appeal to your senses on why I think the jury made the right decision. Now imagine if it was your kid that all this has happened to. What would you expect your kid to do? Because there's a lot of misinformation in the media about Kyle. The media gave the impression that he crossed over into Kenosha, Wisconsin with a rifle, and he crossed the border, the state, with a rifle in his car, or whatever, something like that. Come to find out, Kyle Rittenhouse had a father in Kenosha. He worked in Kenosha. He had family ties in Kenosha, and his rifle was in Kenosha. Go figure. And then we got this kid who's within his legal rights, because according to Wisconsin law, you don't have to have a permit to carry a rifle. That same law is in almost every state of the union, because it's First Amendment. You know, having a handgun is different than a rifle. I know that in Tennessee, back when I used to live in Tennessee and Kentucky, you could have a shotgun or a rifle in the back of your window of your car, and it was perfectly fine. There's certain places in Texas where you can just walk around with a shotgun and nobody can say or do anything. You don't need a permit for it because it's a shotgun. So this kid was in Kenosha, Wisconsin, when there's a riot going on. And I saw the video live when there was a guy that was shooting the video live on Facebook, and I was watching all this go down. And in the video, in this live video, you see this white kid running with a gun in his hand, booking it. And you see this crowd of white people chasing him. And of course, all the black people on the side, because there was a black guy that had the camera, he's recording all this go down. And then, of course, it goes off, he runs off scene, and you can't see him, anything. But then you hear pop, 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 pop. And then everybody starts screaming, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. And everybody takes off running. Now, based on the other videos that I've seen on this incident, Kyle was not pointing his weapon at anybody at the time that they were messing with him. Based on the videos that I saw, they were already messing with him. They had already, put a gun at his head, and the kid takes off running. So why did he take off running? Maybe in Wisconsin, I'm not sure about the laws there, but in Florida, we used to have this thing called failure to flee. So if you had a failure to flee, meaning that if you did not try to leave the danger, then if you shot somebody, you'd be guilty of murder. So in Kyle Rittenhouse case, the kid, he ran away. And when he ran away, he ran. So he wasn't failing to flee. So he did run from the immediate threat that he felt towards his life. And then he fell. Then they kicked him in the head. They hit him with a skateboard. And these guys wasn't going to stop. And the media had us thinking that Kyle had killed black people. When it comes to find out, he killed 3 white men. So let me put this in perspective for all you cool black people out there. You got a white mob burning down black businesses, burning down cars owned by black people that work every day, chasing this kid that has an AR-15 or a rifle, whatever he had in his hand. Get that in your head. These rioters were destroying black businesses. These white rioters were destroying black businesses, burning down cars that were owned by black people. Now, how many of you black people out there can afford someone burning up your car or busting out your car's windows? That's what these white folk were doing. They were tearing up our property. Now, think about this. These black people, I'm black, and you know good and well that no matter what happens to that car, you still got to make that car know, or else your credit is ruined. So you got these black people whose cars have been burned, who's got businesses that's been burned down, and they still got to pay those bills. How are they going to do it? Those are the men that Kyle Rittenhouse shot. Now, I'm not trying to justify him shooting them. What justifies him shooting them was when they attacked him after he ran away. And they continued to attack him to the point where he felt like his life was in danger. Well, you say, well, Ralph, if it would have been a black kid, it would have never happened like that. It would have never happened. Well, let's put this in perspective then. Because there are black kids that I know, even in my own town of Jacksonville, Florida, that make videos with them carrying rifles or AR-15s or semi-automatic weapons, whatever, in public. And they get off scot-free. I saw videos of these kids doing this in other parts of the country. And the police don't do anything. The only time the police take action against a black man or black youth or black person with a rifle in public is when they have a felony. There was an incident where there was these black gangsters who were making a rap video and they had these rifles in public. And guess what happened? They got arrested. Not because they had the weapons. The charges was they were felons who illegally had possession of, not only possession, because a felon can have possession of a firearm, but the firearms that these jokers had was stolen. So how can you compare the two? You can't. You can't compare the two. Because if it was a black kid and that black kid was fearing for his life and he had to shoot somebody, well, Ralph, there was a case where, let's talk about that case there. There was a case in Jacksonville, Florida, where there was a black woman who was married to a black man and she felt like her life was in danger. And so she took her gun out and shot it in the air to scare him away. She was arrested, put in prison, because what she did was wrong. And here is why she was wrong. If you feel that your life is in danger, you have to shoot to kill. Period. You don't shoot in the air. You don't point your gun at people. You shoot to kill if you feel like your life is in danger. Case in point, that crazy couple up in Atlanta, around the Atlanta area, that pointed their gun at the BLM crowd, what happened to them? Them jokers didn't get away scot-free. They were punished under the law they pointed the gun at the crowd, or they showed the gun to the crowd. And see, under Georgia law, if you show a gun, you better use it because you fear for your life. Otherwise, in this case, I forgot what happened, but they didn't get away with it. So I don't believe you can say that because these people are white, that's why Kyle got away with it. No, I think Kyle Rittenhouse was in every right to defend himself against a white mob that was destroying black-owned businesses, black-owned property. I mean, the media had us thinking that this kid was some type of terrorist vigilante coming from another state with his gun in his car. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna protect these people's property. I'm gonna protect everybody. No, that's not how it went down. Not at all. Kyle was going to his daddy's house, and the gun was locked away in his daddy's house. Now, as you saw the case roll out, come to find out, Kyle had every right to be in Kenosha. He worked there. His family was there. His life was there. His parents are divorced. So his mom lives in one state. His dad lives in another. Only 20 minutes apart from each other. The media didn't tell you that. Why? Because the media is trying to push this racial inequality crap. You know? Well, you might be thinking about a case that happened in Jacksonville, not Jacksonville, but somewhere in Florida, where there was a black Air Forceman who was at a nightclub, who was being beat up on, and he shot the people that was beating up on him at the club. He was put in jail. And the question is, why was that black man put in jail? Because under that time, the Florida law said you had to flee first, get away from the danger before you shoot. He didn't flee. So they got him on failure to flee. But then the law changed, and now you don't have to flee anymore. So, you have every right to defend yourself. So what I'm saying is, give truth a chance. But maybe I'm wrong. You comment below and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. You tell me the thing that I'm not seeing. Because maybe, just maybe, I'm wrong. If you believe that Kyle should have been found guilty, why? And if it's a racial issue, all I'm asking you to do is tell me why. Why is this a racial issue? He didn't kill anybody black. A white kid killed a white person. He didn't kill anybody black. So I don't know why y'all calling it race for. It's like, golly, no matter what you do, it's a racial issue. And I just can't see that. Now, let's jump to Ahmaud Arbery. Them 3 white guys that killed Ahmaud, murdered Ahmaud, what they did was wrong. Ahmaud didn't do anything wrong. Ahmaud was just an innocent black man jogging. And hold up, let's see what we got here. You might have a call. So.
Thank you for choosing Hilton.
Oh man, this is a scam call. Really? I was almost excited somebody called in. But you tell me, if you're listening in on this broadcast, you tell me whether or not this Kyle Rittenhouse case was fair. Should he been tried? Should he been found guilty of murder? If so, why? And also explain to me, is this a racial issue? Now, we know that Ahmaud Arbery's case up in Georgia, oh yeah, that was a racial issue. Those 3 white men, they're not going to get away. They're going straight to jail. The only thing I didn't like about the Ahmaud Arbery case was when the prosecutor or the defendant or whatever, the lawyer defending those 3 knuckleheads, said that he didn't want black pastors up there because he felt like it was going to intimidate the jury. And I was going to go up there. When I heard that they wanted black ministers to go, I was like, I'm going up there. But then I thought about it. Jury intimidation. Is my presence with a bunch of other black ministers going to give the impression that I'm trying to intimidate the jury? And that's why I didn't go, because I understood that, this is too serious of a case for it to be a mistrial, because I don't want Ahmaud's family to have to go through this again, because we didn't use enough wisdom to understand that, okay, let justice find its true course. So I can understand the racial aspect of Ahmaud Arbery's case. But with this knucklehead Kyle in Kenosha, Wisconsin, guys, I'm just not seeing the racial connection. So you gotta, text me below. Maybe I'm not seeing something. Maybe there's something that you see that I don't see. This is your chance to just let me know. Just let me know. Tell me. Maybe I'm missing something. So, Yep. And the fact that I'm speaking the truth is one thing, but I still would like to hear your opinion. Prove to me that Kyle Rittenhouse case is a case about race, that it's a racial issue. What's racial about it? The media got us eating this crap that says it's about race. Oh, that kid's getting away with murder. Like he murdered a black person. He didn't murder anybody black. I mean, he killed white people. That doesn't make it any better if he would have killed white people or a black person, but he didn't. It was self-defense. So I don't know, people. I don't know. I'm going to give y'all a few more seconds to chime in on this comment, and then I'm done. You can leave comments in the comment section. I'll respond to you as long as I need to. I just want you to show me, explain to me, in your view, what am I not seeing? Why is this a racial issue? I've already explained to you that if it would have been a black kid, well, there has been black kids that have done that same thing that never went to jail. Never had a police mess with them. So I don't know. You tell me. So with that being said, I guess I'm going to end this broadcast because it's been 16 minutes. So I'll wait for your comments in the comment section. I'll be watching, monitoring, and ready to respond. And I thank you guys for being here to help me see the light, if you can. I'm just open. Whatever you guys got to say. If you think he's guilty, if you think he should have been found guilty, explain to me why. If you think this Kyle Rittenhouse case is about race, explain to me why. If you think anything about the Ahmaud Arbery case, that those men should be found guilty or innocent, I think they should be found guilty. Ahmaud didn't do anything wrong. So if you think that those men should go scot-free, explain to me why. Because I'm hard set. I think Ahmaud was murdered, period. But I think Kyle, I don't think that's a racial issue. I don't think we should even put race in it. It's just foolishness to connect those two. And black people wasn't even shot or killed by this guy. I mean, he wasn't. The thing that he did or was accused of, he didn't kill black people. So anyway, all right, guys, appreciate your time. And remember my famous saying, do as much good as you can while you can. And the best good thing you can do right now is, instead of reacting to the media, let's talk it out. See you in the comment section. Bye.